James has asked me to make a mega lightweight tailgate for his very successful hill climbing RX-7 Mazda FD. I'm going to do a few things a bit different this time. I'm going to do a few experiments, so I thought you'd be interested to see it. If you look in my library list of fiberglass tutorials on this YouTube channel, you'll see one on how to make a double layer car panel with an outer layer and an inner layer. And in that tutorial, I was actually making one of these tailgates for James. This time we're going to do things a bit different. We're only going to make it one layer. We're not going to worry about the inside. And we're going to do something different as far as the glass is concerned. Last time when I moulded it, we had the glass out of the tailgate and we moulded it to take a piece of perspex. We found curved perspex like this virtually impossible to make without an industrial oven, and very, very hard to try and find to buy. The glass is a key issue and a major problem when making panels like this. Our Australian racing rules say in the class that James is running and in sports sedans that glass, all the glass in a car other than the windscreen, can be replaced with an alternate material, but it has to be transparent. So we've got two options this time. One is what I can try and make this tailgate so that we can fit in the centre section of the perspex glass that James has got. It's cracked around the edges from wear and tear, so I can bring the bodywork in a bit and cut a smaller piece out of that. The other thing that I'm going to experiment with is trying to lay fiberglass right over this and make, as it were, my own glass out of fiberglass. So what I need to do is try and make fiberglass as clear as I can. Last time I moulded one of these RX-7 tailgates, James had a tailgate with a piece of glass in it, which he had to take out. We had to clean up the recess that the glass sits in and then mould it that way. This time he had a tailgate with no glass in it and a piece of glass because he wrecks a fair few Mazdas to feed his race car. And so I brought these two together. I've just sat the glass in here on some clay and I've just smoothed in the line where the rubber seal would be with clay. Because this time I'm going to fiberglass, when I make the mould, the initial mould, I'm going to go right over the glass. So this whole of this tailgate will get fiberglass. And then we'll work out, once we've got the mould, what we want to do and what will work and won't work with moulding something, topping something for the glass.
I know what you're thinking. Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself.
I haven't had any success trying to make clear fiberglass to lay in there. I tried a few things. This is 180 gram or 6 ounce surfboard woven cloth. It's the finest you can get, and it goes clear when you put clear epoxy resin on it, which I did. But when you put multiple layers on it, well, that's 3 layers, and you can see that's just not strong enough. And that's 4 layers, which is a bit better, but it's opaque. So I'm going to instead have to make perspex to go in there. We could buy one, but we've decided we're going to try and make them. You might think, well, why did you bother fiberglassing over the glass if you're going to need the recess to drop the window glass in, but even if it's perspex? Well, the problem that you've got is if you try and make this in carbon fibre and you've got the double 90-degree bends that make the recess where the window goes, you've got to do vacuum bagging. And I try and stay away from that for the sake of these videos so you can see what you can do without having to go down that path. But with this mould being dead flat, there's no sharp edges in it anywhere. It's just gentle sloping curves. And so I'll be able to hand lay this whole thing in carbon fibre and go in past the window opening about 30 mil, and that way I can just trim that and put the perspex in. So this way, the advantage of laying your mould over the glass, even if you just go over the edge without bothering to take it out of the factory tailgate, is you can hand lay your carbon fibre tailgate that's going to go on the car. Making my own Lexan curved windows for a tailgate. I've never done anything like that, but we decided to give it a go. I've read up a bit on it, and I know that to be able to do it, you need an oven. You need an oven big enough to put that tailgate in, bigger than a pizza oven. Not very high, but certainly wide and long. So now I've got to build our own oven. I've never done that before either, but I know what I need. I need one of these. This is a roadside barbecue that somebody put out to throw out for the council to pick up. It's got 4 gas burners in it. It's got a temperature gauge on the lid. Just plug a gas bottle in. All the plumbing's there. So all I've got to do is make the right size tin box that the guts of this go into, and we've got ourselves an oven, and we can have a go and see if we can make our own curved Lexan windows.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?